Now, this is what I'm talking about. Do your own stuff. Make your own content. Make your own projects. Granted, a Spider-Man film is something that we don't really need because the last Spider-Man film was pretty good. But again, I will support anything, fan, film, anything, and see what it is. Now, let me be very frank and I'm going to be very honest with you. Before I even get into this video, the rating for this is a solid 7 out of 10. Very good, but still like a lot more world building. I guess I want to see more of Spider-Man being Spider-Man in here, but this is more like a character piece of Peter Parker, more of a character piece of Gwen Stacy, the death of Gwen Stacy, a Harry Osborn dealing with drugs, and more so a character piece of Mary Jane Watson. But not taking nothing away from the fan film, it's still fantastic. But if you're looking for a Spider-Man No Way Home type of fight scenes, you're not gonna get it. If you're looking for a fight scenes type of core, you're not gonna get it because it's a very character-driven type of film. So the acting has to shine the most in here, and the acting's pretty good. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the worst thing because I can tell you some CW shows can't come compared to what this guy did with the acting. It's fantastic. Um, I like the world they did. I actually would want them to explore more in this world, especially the death of Gwen Stacy. Um, I thought the actors and actresses did a good job for the most part. The dialogue wasn't too bad. Again, the actors at some point are better than others, but you know, the guy who plays Peter at times he's good and he isn't. The guy who plays Harry is very good for the time he's in there. And Mary Jane, um, can't come off very. The actress can come off very, not that great, but she did a great job. Again, there's always the story and the characters, and I thought that was a good thing about it. But again, this is a very, very character-driven Spider-Man. This is probably the most character-driven Spider-Man I have seen in any form of media, television and film, which is still good. Um, and a lot of people don't look at the characters because always people look at what Spider-Man and his villains and stuff like that. The only villain that kind of no, actually, there's two villains. There's only two villains that make their appearance: Shocker, and I believe it's Shocker and Green Goblin. Green Goblin and Shocker very have little appearance because again, this is a character-driven film. This is more of a Peter Parker film than a Spider-Man film. Still pretty good, but I'm looking for Spider-Man to be Spider-Man, but he's not, and that's totally understandable. The film is 2 hours, which really blew me away. I'm like 2 damn hours. I'm like, fuck, but it's still good. Um, but if you're looking for a Spider-Man film like Saving Spider-Man himself, then you're not. This film reminds me of a character piece. Let's say they did Bruce Wayne before Bruce Wayne film without Batman, and you kind of like that type of thing. Or, for example, like Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. A lot of elements from Black Panther, the first one, but we don't have Black Panther in there. But I like this film a lot more because it feels like this film is dealing with the day to day of Peter Parker. Because a lot of us forget Peter Parker ain't no rich boy like Spider Man. I'm not no Batman or fucking even uh T'Challa. They got money. Their struggles are not as bad as Peter. Peter has struggles. He has to try to still keep a modern day life, save people, and do this with a budget that's not even over $50,000. And it sucks, and it really does suck. That's why I could never relate to the MCU Spider-Man because he had no struggles. But now since they did a reboot and all this, Aunt May's gone, and you could tell I don't think he has that budget behind him. I actually like the route they're going with Tom Holland if they go that route with him. Because the thing about Spider-Man that I like about him, he deals with struggles. He's not a rich boy. He's not a king. He's not a prince. He's a man with no money saving people's lives. And that's kind of why what's his name? Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is very relatable to a lot of people, and why Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is somewhat relatable, but not as much as Tobey Maguire. Because again, Tobey Maguire still had more struggles than Andrew Garfield. The motherfucker was living in an apartment that I don't even think was no bigger than a damn fucking laundromat. You know, and that's in New York, and people really related to that, especially if you live in New York. But going off the topic, I think the film was great. I enjoy what they did here. Hats off to everybody. Again, it's like It's a very indie film, but they take the elements of an indie film, put it in Spider-Man, and kind of like make it a character piece of Peter Parker. It's more of a character piece of Peter Parker. They should have called Spider-Man Peter Parker Lotus or something like that. Because again, Spider-Man's not in this film. So Spider-Man, if you want to see Spider-Man, you're not gonna get him in this film. Just to let you guys know. But still, I arguably say it's a great film to go check out. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Let us fans make these films. Studio call us up. We'll make it on a cheaper budget, and you get your money back. You know why is that? Because we know how to make goddamn films. Somebody like James Gunn doesn't know how to do films like this because he wants to do spectacle and all this extra shit. This right here is a prime example of content creators, people who are fans of the property, giving us pretty much what we want. Granted, some may want more Spider-Man than Peter Parker, but I'm okay with this because I always like the aspect of Peter Parker with Gwen Stacy or with Mary Jane and Harry Osborn to see their family, not a family, but their friends and family dynamic. Hell, even Felicia Hardy. Felicia Hardy is one of my favorite characters. Granted, I know she's a kind of rip off a Catwoman, but you don't have to go that route with her. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm going off topic with this. Hats off to everybody who worked on the show. I'll put a link in the description box below, or this film, excuse me, and go check this out. This is what I'm talking about. This is what fans we need to do. We need to support film projects like this. We need to support it, support it, support it. Because at the end of the day, if you want those studios to understand what we're talking about, what we want, this is what we want. And hats off to everybody who worked on the show. From the writer, to the director, from the actors, to everybody. They did a fantastic job. Like I said, I'll put the links in the description box below or in the comment section. Go check out this film. It's really, really good. As always, peace. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys in the next video.